Hi there. You've just tuned in to another webisode of Creativity is Contagious with Kimbo Daniel. You might notice I'm wearing a cowboy hat today. Well, I'm making some salsa and I'm painting a cowboy boot, so I thought it would go really well with the theme. Also, I have some gray hairs that I'd like to cover up, and I just haven't had the time to color my hair, so deal with it. I'm so glad that you're here with me today, and I wanted to share this moment in my life, a big monumental moment. I'm making homemade salsa. Never done it before. Sounded simple, then I got involved. I decided we've got so much of summer's bounty. Tons of tomatoes this year have come in our garden, and I'm really thankful for my husband being a great gardener and my neighbors being wonderful gardeners too, and everyone sharing their load. We have received some nice cucumbers, we've received peaches, we've grown some blueberries in our yard and figs and plums. There's just so much to be thankful for that we get to grow in the summertime and enjoy the freshness of. So today I am going to share with you what I've done over this past week. Believe me when I tell you, if someone gives you a jar of salsa that they have made from scratch, you kiss that person because a lot of love went into it. I have been chopping and dicing for a couple of days now, and all of this should take place in one day, but it would have been an all-day job. Plus, I had shopping to do where I would forget an ingredient. There are a lot of recipes out there that you can go by, and if you are planning on canning your recipes, be sure to follow the instructions completely because it's a safety issue. It's very important that you measure correctly and that you pay close attention to the details of the canning process. And go for it. Don't be afraid, even though it is a little bit nerve-wracking. It's something that you can challenge yourself with, and I love to be challenged, even though this has really tried me. Now, I want to share with you some of the ingredients that go into making salsa, and you can do this even if you're not planning on canning them. But a lot of the ingredients are right here beside me, most of the ingredients actually. When you're canning, you need to use a canning salt, something that's made for canning, and that had to go in with the tomatoes that I diced up. So I'm putting in a whole bunch of tomatoes. Doesn't look like a lot after all of the ones that I boiled and peeled and diced. It felt like a lot more. Well, in the background you're seeing here a picture that I'm working on of a cowboy boot, and I was inspired by Georgia O'Keeffe's style where she gets really close up on her subjects. And if you don't know much about Georgia O'Keeffe, do a little bit of research. She was a fascinating female artist who moved out to New Mexico, and she just was really inspired. Excuse me, I'm going to look at my information there. I don't want to say anything wrong, but yeah, she moved to New Mexico. And I believe she passed away at the age of 98. All right, here I'm adding some red bell pepper. We're just going to dump all of this together in the pot. There's green bell pepper, cilantro, jalapenos, garlic, tomato paste, sugar, black pepper. There's going to be some lemon juice. I'll put that in the jars before I put the salsa in the jar. That's what the recipe says to do. What have I left out? I think I've told you everything, but when I was cutting all this stuff up, it felt like it was a never-ending story. People keep calling and asking me, are you still working on the salsa? So I might be giving some of this away as Christmas gifts, maybe early Christmas gifts, but this stuff will keep pretty long on the shelf. If it's canned, it's a great way to store it, and it'll keep for a while on the shelf. Okay, after I throw everything together, which I'm not going to put you through that turmoil of waiting for me to put it all in there, I'll bring this to a boil. And That'll be really nice. Now this is a very strong, pungent smell. I have a candle burning over here to kind of help the air. It smells pretty, it's pretty strong. Some people like the smell, but I cannot stand the smell of onions. I have a beautiful basket here of cucumbers. This is something else that I'd like to share with you. Cucumbers are hard to know what to do with. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do, but I have a beautiful friend from Spain, and she makes a wonderful cold cucumber soup. It's called gazpacho, and there are a lot of recipes for that you can look up, a lot of different renditions that you can make it, but she made it for her husband, and he really enjoyed it. It's a nice, refreshing soup, and it's usually the ingredients are just all thrown together in the blender, and then it's served chilled. I think that you have to acquire a taste for it, but it's worth a try. Like most things in life, it's worth trying, and I hope that you get a little bit of adventure in your life and try things that you've never tried before, because life is short and it needs to be enjoyed. Now, I just want to discuss a little bit more about my painting here that I'm working on. It was from a photograph that I saw that I really liked. I zoomed in on just one portion of the photograph, so you might not be able to tell it here, but this is an ankle and a boot, and the spur is going to be up top. So it's just very close, zoomed in, and I wanted it to be really big. I could just see this being really big, such as a Georgia O'Keeffe painting would be. Now, she did things more natural, such as flowers and things like that, but this just spoke to me and said, I need to be big. So I blew it up, and the way that I'm blowing it up is with the graphing process. And what I did was I took that little photo, and I made each half inch be the equivalent of 4 inches. So I had to do a little bit of math there, multiplied 1/2 by, measured how big the picture was. Say if the picture was 2 inches, then that would be 4 1/2 inches. And then each of those 1/2 inches equal 4 inches. So that'd be 4 times 4, that'd be 16 inches, which not here. I think that the photo was a little bit bigger. But just to give you an example, and we learn about graphing in elementary school, but it's something that we can pick back up and we can use it in daily life whenever we're doing some household projects, or if you want to do a mural on the wall. Who knows what you might be interested in doing. Try something new. Take a class at your local community college. Call up a friend and ask for a new recipe. Go online and check out some new things, but just try something new. And if it was too much work the first time, maybe the second time you'll have a little bit of experience under your belt and it won't seem so bad, or at least you can say that you did it. And you might not ever want to try it again, but at least you can say, by golly, I made salsa one time and lived through it and was able to share it with other people. Just like I'm sharing this webisode with you. Thanks again for tuning in. Hope you're having a great day, and remember to keep creativity contagious in your life. Take care. Remember to check out our website at www.kimbohemia.net. And this webisode is in memory of my very dear friend, Bill Smith, who passed away a couple of weeks ago, and he taught me custom picture framing, and I just wanted to dedicate this webisode to him. So thank you, take care, and God bless.